Hello everyone and welcome back to Totally Accurate Battle Simulator, and today we're going to be doing a not very historical battle using historical units. So what we've got here is we have got an ancient Greek phalanx versus a bunch of samurai, aka feudal Japanese troops. So starting off, let's go over the Greeks, over the phalanx. I'm here on one of the farmer maps because, well, it's got this very nice gap which you can place a lovely phalanx in. So what we've got here is we have got your standard 3 rows deep, 17 men along phalanx, made up of hoplites with their sarissas. As you can see here, lovely looking picture here. So yeah, it's 17 across, 3-man deep phalanx. We've got entirely made up of hoplites with their sarissas. Usually I like to put some weaker units on the flank like I have here on the hill, but in this case I have decided to, for the main phalanx, I always like to use just hoplites, men with sarissas. So that's what we've got here. We've got, 3 multiples of 17, I can't be bothered to work that out, but yeah, we've got those guys there, and they're going to be taking the front beating from the enemy. Behind them we've got a couple of standard bearer hoplites, just to keep them in place. All of them are crossing their arms for luck, apparently, because that shield is meant to be on the other side of the banner, but all of these guys have got them the wrong way around. Oh well, they're supported by a single line of 17 peltas. So they're going to be the only ranged support that these hoplites are going to be getting. And then on the hill, defending the victory point, as it were, we have got some Spartans. These are Spartan hoplites. We've got a 7x2 deep, although they are missing one here. So that's 13 Spartans, unlucky 13 Spartans, plus a standard bearer. And then on the flanks, defending them between, well, the 2 sets of rocks, basically. We've got hoplite levies on this flank, so just armed militia. They're not great. I'll be perfectly honest, probably the ashigaru are probably better than these guys, but you never know. If they manage to break through to here, the levies might do something. And then on this flank, we have got some mercenary hoplites. So that's what we've got for the Greeks. Defending 2 points of defense. We've got the main phalanx, and then the backup phalanx. For the Japanese here, we have got their counter. In this case, to the phalanx, we have got a 17x3 deep of just yari ashigaru. They have got they're just carrying spears. They're wearing traditional Japanese feudal armor, and they have got some very nice hats on them. So we've got these guys. They're nowhere near as good as a regular hoplite, for one. they don't have a shield and they don't have a sarissa. The sarissa definitely has the length over their spears here, their short spears. However, you never know. With the backup, they might just have weight of numbers on their side. You never know. But yep, the ashigaru are going up against them first. The Japanese foot soldiers supporting them. We have got some bow ashigaru. They're going to be just the ranged help for the ashigaru as they go up against the phalanx here. So yeah, got these guys, and then behind them we have got 7x3 blocks of various samurai. We've got 7x3 of katana samurai. We've got a 7x3 naginata samurai, and then we've got a 7x3 kanabo samurai. So yeah, that's a lot of samurai backing them up, plus we've got 5 bow ashigaru behind them, which makes a total of 15 extra bows on the Japanese side here. So they've definitely got the edge when it comes to ranged units over the Greeks. And then following them up, right at the back here, we have got some Sokoi, I think it is, the armed monks. The Sohei, there you go, the armed Buddhist monks. They're slightly different to the samurai, but for all intents and purposes they are wearing the same armour as samurai. They've just got different hats to differentiate themselves, and they are still using the katana. And then we've got the shogun just here to assist the samurai. So that's the battle. We have got 111 Greeks versus 167 Japanese. 18,900 gold cost for the Japanese here compared to the nearly 14,000 cost of the Greeks. However, I think we have yet to have a battle where any side has managed to successfully break a phalanx head-on, which just goes to prove that even in tabs, the phalanx was a formidable force for its time. Obviously the phalanx is even better in tabs because you don't have control over your units as well as you do in something like Total War, where you can outflank the phalanx. In this case, there is no outflanking unless the units do it themselves. So, without further ado, let's see if the Japanese can be the first ones to successfully break a phalanx. So, of course, the Yuri Ashigaru are going to be going in first. Guys with the spears. The Peltas are probably going to throw their spears, just now. The bow Ashigaru have managed to get off their first volley, as have the rear Ashigaru as well. But for the most part, it's getting blocked by the phalanx. The first row of Peltar spears have claimed some victims in the Japanese foot soldiers. Here, yet their comrades are starting to fall over, their comrades who have been hit, and it looks like some of them are actually falling foul to the arrows being shot by their own side. However, they have managed to claim one hoplite. One hoplite is all they're getting, just one. Managed to be killed, getting struck in the arm, as the phalanx goes out against the Ashigaru here. They're not quite staying compressed, but that's because they are, of course, going in straight to try and get to grips with these invading Japanese. Or are they the invaders? Who knows? But the Peltas are starting to reload their spears, as you can see. Starting to throw their spears in. Yep, managing to claim a couple of Ashigaru here. We can still see there is still a semblance of a Greek front line, even if it's not quite as compact as the phalanx was intended. It looks like the Naginata samurai there got a quick kill on one of the hoplites, sending him flying backwards. Yeah, that's a lot of samurai. That is a lot of samurai. However, you never know. The hoplites might be able to keep formation, keep ranks, and use their long sarissas to get over the individual combat skill of the samurai. It looks like for the most part, most of the samurai have actually gone for this side of the phalanx. Over here, they've actually cleared up pretty well. Yeah, the katana samurai definitely are not having a good time of it here against the hoplites. Yeah, the phalanx is definitely proving difficult for them to crack on this side. Over here, they have managed to bulge the phalanx back, but there is still a semblance. You can see here, still a semblance of a front line. And again, here you can see where it bends though, and where the Japanese are trying to make a concentrated push here. We've got the Kanabo samurai rather pushing in. We've got a couple of Naginata samurai still about. But as we can see, the Greeks are holding their own. We've got a hoplite here who's become a bit detached from the phalanx. Oof, this guy narrowly dodges a violent swing there from a Naginata samurai. Really trying to take him out there. Over here, the phalanx is holding firm as they are... Oh, they've attracted some of the mercenaries. Some of the mercenaries are so eager to get involved that they've left their phalanx back here on the hill and they've actually started to come over here. So we have got a small dribble of Greek reinforcements coming for them. But yeah, they've really cleared up on this side, the phalanx. The samurais have really managed to... I mean, some of the Buddhist warrior monks are starting to get involved here, but for the most part, they're going for the centre and left side of the phalanx, which, as we can see, looking a bit thin on the ground. All of the green circles, all of the blue circles are all of the living hoplites that are being affected by the standard bearer. So we sort of have an easy way of telling who's still alive here. Where is the Shogun? Here he is. Shogun charging in, getting involved, cutting down a hoplite as he's managed to make a break through the centre of the phalanx here. Oof. But he's dead. He's dead. I think he got struck by... Yep, he got struck by a peltast. The warlord definitely did not last for very long. He made a push, and he did indeed break through the phalanx, but he wasn't able to capitalise on it before the Greek ranged reinforced... before the Greek ranged peltasts were able to kill them there. However, samurai have indeed managed to, or rather, one of the bow ashigaru has managed to kill off one of the standard bearers here. They have still got 2 remaining of the Greeks though. Oh. One of the warrior monks just got sidelined in the side of the head by one of the peltasts. There's not much remaining of the original phalanx here, but then again there's not really a lot remaining of the original attacking samurai force either. We've got Naginata samurai, but one of the levies by his shield, one of the Greek samurai levies, one of the Greek hoplite levies have actually managed to get involved here. Not sure how effective he's going to be. Oh, Naginata samurai made a big cut, nearly cut that hoplite in half there. Really did a number on him. The warrior monks, they've actually managed to break through the phalanx for the most part here. Some fresh blood came in just when the Japanese needed it, but they are getting cut down slowly by the peltasts. We've still got a couple of hoplites left. We have still got these 2 over here still alive. And we have, of course, still got the banner bearer. There he is, trying his best. Oof! Narrowly thread the needle there. One of the peltasts, and it looks like this side is done. This side has managed to clear up. He's managed to clear up the single remaining samurai, and the levy is still alive. He's got two arrows stuck in his shield at least, but he is indeed still alive, and the last remaining warrior monk, yes, has been killed off, which means it's just these guys left on this flank. So I'm going to just quickly take this guy and I'm going to walk him away. Excuse me, lads, let me just, there you go, thanks very much. Right, so there we go. I've moved them out of the way, so now we can actually now the Greeks can actually advance and try and deal with the bow ashigaru. It looks like the 2 levies that came forwards have been cut down, but they have still got a couple of hoplites left here. I'm actually going to take control of this guy as well, see if I can't get the samurai and the rest of these, get the Spartans and the rest of these guys involved. There you go. Go on, lads. Oh, of course, there's like 3 guys there, so yeah, that's not likely to happen. Still, the Spartans might indeed just help out at some point. We've got some of the... They've actually dealt, for the most part, with the front row of bow ashigaru. That guy missed his shot, and these few mercenary hoplites are taking them out. Yep, there goes the last remaining ashigaru on the front line, which was supporting the Yuri ashigaru, which means, oh, one of them just got sidelined by a bow ashigaru there. Oof, very unfortunate. There is, however, still 2 mercenaries, so they're going to be doing their thing. Oh, I was about to take control of that guy, see if I can't get the Spartans involved, but the peltasts should hopefully be able to pick up the slack. I mean, they have got shields on them. The bow ashigaru obviously do not, because they are bowmen. They can't exactly have a bow and a shield at the same time, because otherwise, oof, very narrow, very narrowly missed there. Oh, managed to kill off one of the mercenaries, but then that guy just got shot in the head by a by an arrow. Or not by an arrow, by a spear. There you go, let's allow the Spartans and all that to get involved. But it's too late. Too late, those guys were coming in for reinforcements, but yeah, that wasn't required. So there we go, they did indeed manage to hold, just about. I reckon if the Japanese had around 20 or so more units, they would have broken through the first phalanx. However, they would have needed a whole lot more in order to deal with the second phalanx back here with the Spartans, who are just better hoplites after all. So, yeah, they really had their work cut out for them, and whilst the phalanx very nearly broke, as we could see, there is this gap in the centre where there's not a lot of casualties from where the phalanx sort of split in two. Whilst the phalanx did bend and it did bulge, and they have suffered casualties, the phalanx did not break. As for casualties, obviously we've got all of the Japanese are dead. We have got one hoplite back here, one of the regular hoplites at least, who has managed to push up all the way through. This guy's got his Sarissa stuck, but he is alive, so that's another hoplite we can add to the survivors list. All of these guys are dead. What about over here? We have got one hoplite. That guy's dead. Yeah, so we have got one hoplite still alive there, which makes three of the original phalanx, but no, that's all I can see. That's all I can see of the living hoplites. So, out of the original 3 rows of 17 hoplites that made up the original phalanx, only 3 hoplites remain, which is not good. But considering they did take the brunt of around 150 melee units, that's quite good odds. I mean, they still had some hoplites alive at the end at least. We have got that guy there. We've obviously got this guy here and the other guy who's got his spear trapped under some bodies. But yeah, considering they had, what, 30 and then 7, 14, 21, what, 51, around 51 hoplites going up against around 150 Japanese soldiers. And they still have, and they only suffered 47 casualties, and the Japanese lost all 150 of their melee units. I mean, it's less than that, more like 140 or something. But even so, to only lose, you know, for a 1 to 3 casualty ratio, that's quite good. Yeah, and this guy is still ready to attack. Look at him; he's still ready to go in. Of the mercenaries, they all died right at the end. This guy looks like he got struck by one of the few remaining bow ashigaru that was left here. He's been killed, unfortunately. So yeah, there's all of the 4 mercenaries that charged did not live, but the rest of the mercenaries are just back here. I mean, they're chilling. I mean, we've got 4 of them there. We've got another 2 there, which means that we are missing 2 somewhere, but they're probably dead, I would imagine. Probably dead in here somewhere. Oh, there's 1, which means that the other one's probably around here as well. But yeah, so of the mercenaries, we do still have around half of the mercenaries left, and obviously the levies were in no way eager to get involved. So the levies only lost 2 guys. Oh no, there's 1 guy there. Oh no, that's not a levy actually. No, because he's got a different helmet. He's got a iron helmet. The other guys there have got a bronze helmet. Yeah, of the levies, we've got 1 guy there. We do have another one there. They got cut down by the ashigarus. They tried to charge, and I think that's about it. It's about it of the levies. Only a couple of them actually charged forwards, and they paid the price for it, which discouraged any of these guys from trying it as well. Yeah, obviously no casualties to the Spartans. They didn't have to get involved. The Peltas are mostly unscathed. We do have a couple of casualties. We do have this one here. We've also got another one in here, I do believe. Yeah, here he is, with his fully wood and wicker shield. So yeah, there's another ranged casualty. But as for the rest of them, yeah, all the other Peltas are all right. So yeah. Basically all of the Greek ranged units stayed alive, and then here is just the mass red casualties of the Spartan of the Japanese. He really did not have a good time going up against the Phalanx. This will have been their first time probably seeing a Phalanx if either the Greeks came to Japan or they came to Greece. This would have been their first time seeing this tactic, and they would have had no idea what to do about it. And well, as we can see, it shows they really did not have a good time of it. So once again, the Phalanx held, just about. The Phalanx just about held, but that was probably to be expected. I mean, I I've just remembered actually. They have lost once, which was to the English because I gave the English pikemen because they're just longer, pointy boys. Uh, when it comes to spear on spear without pikes, the Phalanx knows no equal, and we've seen that here today. So I'll thank you all for watching, and goodbye.